Dame Edna. I don't know if the others have seen your gentle, understated performance. Would you like to tell them what you're going to do?
Well, he calls it gentle and understated, which shows you that he hasn't seen it either. Oh, well, I'm myself, basically. I loved you in Applause. I was out there in the audience clapping away, and in Sweet Bird of Youth by Tennessee Williams.
Why didn't you come backstage?
I should have. I was a little shy. Isn't that funny to think that I was shy? And jealous, I must admit. I was. It's beautiful. Michael, thank you for bringing two great legends together tonight. Oh, 2.5. Sorry. No, please. I should say, aren't we being awful? I should say 2 3/4, shouldn't I? But I also saw you in Greece in the 60s. Did anyone know that he was in Greece on the West End stage? Did he say that in his interview?
It was mentioned, yes.
Was it? Yes, but people might have missed it. They might have been going to make a cup of tea or something at the time. But I saw you, and when I saw you in Greece playing the title role, I think it was,
Greece.
Part of Greece, I said to myself, that man is going to be famous one day. He's going to make it to the top. He's going to be on a talk show with me, I said to myself. You're going to be that big, and you are, my darling, and I like the way you took a stand against this silly old chauvinistic, fundamentally, I think, sex symbol thing. Because we are actors, aren't we? We are people. We have our own integrity, and you're not a sex symbol to me, darling. In fact, you actually are a bit of a turn-off. I mean that in a very nice way. I do, because you bring out the maternal instinct in me. You know, when I see you in some of those films, you're either wearing a military uniform or in your little birthday suit. I see your little bits jiggling around.
Not so little.
Not
so little.
Oh, your little front body. You know, when I see that, you know what my fingers are doing, Miss Bacall? They're reaching for the talcum powder. Because I want to give them a little dusting. I want to put a little absorbent nappy between those legs of yours. Because I'm a very maternal person, and I feel that towards you. I do. But I'm doing my own show in the West End. You've got to come. It's return season.
What's the name of that
It's
show?
called Back with a Vengeance. It's a return season by popular demand. You see, a lot of people haven't seen it yet, at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, which you mentioned. And though you've not played it, you could perhaps occupy the Royal Box, if it isn't occupied by one of my own friends from the Royal Family. And I'm longing to see your beautiful film, Mr. North, too.
Thank you.
And also, of course, your lovely film. I've got it written on my hand. It's called Miles from Home. I had to write it on my hand because I didn't want to put you both in each other's movies.
You realise, Dame Edna?
Marvellous. Please, promise me, viewers, you'll see these marvellous people in their marvellous vehicles.
The danger of writing on your hand in ink is that it does give you warts, I was told.
Does it?
Yeah. May I...
Just as well I only write on my hand.
Have you had in your own... I'm surprised that you've not, over the years, had offers yourself from Hollywood.
Oh, I have had offers from Hollywood. I didn't make a big thing of that, but I mean, I think most of the parts you see Meryl Streep in, I've refused.
She told me that, actually.
Did she?
She told me that.
Dear Meryl. She's adorable. They also wanted me to be in The Whales in August. Do you remember that? Playing
yes.
Lillian Gish's mother. I said no. I would have been in makeup for about a month before that, wouldn't I, Miss Bacall? And also, there were so many, with due respect to your ex, there were so many senior citizens, weren't there, in that film?
Yes,
the car park, can you imagine it?
Yeah.
Senior. Car park full of Zimmer frames and ramps. But Gorillas in the Mist, I was offered something and I didn't bother to read the script. I'm good in the mist.
Do you have strong feelings about nudity on stage?
Nudity? No, well...
Or anywhere else?
I can take it as a nudity. I mean, in the bath, I think it's appropriate. But I don't have any other strong feelings about it at all. It's people, if they're a lovely body, if they're beautifully formed, and I like to look at them. But I am consulted. I'm more of a guru. It's a compliment to me, isn't it? And please, I'm going to give you both my phone number after this. You
can keep it.
You won't need to go as far as the Dalai Lama for little insights into life, because I get a lot of calls from the members of the royal family, as a matter of fact. They had this chat line. You know, this chat line has been closed down by British Telecom, mainly because the Queen and me were using it night and day. And also Fergie. Have you heard of her and her husband, the Duke and Duchess of York? They've got this lovely little baby, and they wanted to call it Edna because, after me, is a little tribute, but I said it would give it too much to live up to. Edna has royal precedence because there was a Queen Edna of the Jutes many, many moons ago. But I said no. I said, you've got to be careful. They wanted to call it Katie, too. I said, your name is York. I said, you've got to think of the initials. And I said, you could be on quite slippery ground. In the end, we decided on B, Beatrice, little B, and I nursed baby B while Fergie and her husband were in Australia.
Do you have, with your insight, do you have anything to tell us about the leaving behind of the baby when Fergie went to Australia?
Yes, a lot of people criticise Fergie because she went all the way to Australia and didn't take the kitty with her. And I advised her to do that. I said, look, they've got enough babies in Australia. And I said, it's dangerous taking kitties to Australia because of the marsupial dangers there, you know. The kitties could be molested by a marsupial on the apron at the airport. So I looked after little B.
You babysat?
I babysat this royal baby. Can you see the picture? Miss Bacall?
Yes,
It was.
I can.
And that again brought out my maternal instincts, Richard. In fact, I lactated as soon as I held this little baby in my hand. I ruined a Giorgio Armani blouse. I did. And as a matter of fact, looking at you now, and the little maternal instincts are surging, I'm glad I'm wearing my nursing pads. I've been doing too much talking, and I'm interested in these people.
Richard, do you know Australia? Have you ever worked or been to Australia?
The airport, that's all. I don't know anything about it.
Now you do.
My first Australian, it's true.
Well, you're not typical Australian, are you?
No, I don't think any of us are typical. We're citizens of the world, aren't we? And we give pleasure. I loved what the little llama said to you. It's a mystical thing, isn't it? Something you ponder on. Are you angry, or are you pretending to be angry? I suppose if I'd met him, what would he have said to me? He'd have said, are you gorgeous, or are you just pretending to be? Would it matter? Would it matter, possums?
And now you're writing your memoirs. It seems a bit premature.
I don't think so. Well, look, Miss Bacall wrote her memoirs, and her career has hardly begun. Oh, it's continuing, going from strength to strength. I loved it, by the way, By Myself. Still available, still in print, and one of the best showbiz autobiographies I know, and that's high praise. By Myself, by Lauren Bacall. And my book is not yet published. It's called My Gorgeous Life, and it's going to be published at the end of the year. I can't call it by myself because I'm never by myself. I'm always surrounded by people. I don't have enough solitude, I don't think. Well, I certainly won't be having it at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, where I open on the 10th. I'll be amongst friends there, and the royal box is there for you at any time. And there are curtains, so you can take your clothes off. In comfort, Richard.
Is he going to be your toy boy? Do you have plans on this?
No, he's too much of a... He's a man, he's a thinker. He's a grown-up person. Toy boys, neither of us have any time for them.
No.
We don't need them.
I can take a hint. Dame Edna, did you say March the 10th?
I did. In case this film is edited, I said March the 10th.
March 10th.
March 10th.
March 10th.
And also, I must ask you about both of your films. What time will they be on? Do you happen to know? I don't like the ads. I like to get in for the feature. You probably don't have to make a phone call.
You go to the 1 o'clock, you know, the lunch show.
like
Then
that.
go to Fortnum's and have a little tea.
Pop in there to the fountain. This lovely woman is an honorary Londoner. We've found a very soft spot in our hearts for Lauren Bacall and for Richard Gere, who's also graced our stage in the West End. And on behalf of all the people watching tonight, and I'm an honorary British person, I'd like to thank you for being on the Michael. And I'd like to thank you for being on it too.
Thank you very much.